Hello, it is that time again. Dollar Tree has gotten in some more DVDs and some Blu-rays that I actually want to check out. Or at the very least, I can probably do full reviews of on a separate show. That may or may not happen, but we shall have to see. For now, this is actually one of the more popular features on my channel, and actually one that I find myself liking the most, so I see no reason to stop. Even if I choose not to feature these DVDs on anything, just buying them and going over them is entertainment in itself. At least it is to me. And I am testing this on my new camera, and we are shooting Ultra HD in 60 frames per second. Woo! The future is here! Right, anyway, same bit as usual. I am going to go over 10 DVDs that I found. We're just going to look at them, read the descriptions, see what I think of them based just on the case and the description, and who knows, we may have found a hidden classic in one of these. But we may have also found a pile of garbage. I have no idea why I did that, but let's start off with Tara Wiley Unexplored Planet. Tara Wiley, what am I supposed to do with that name? Tara Wiley. Is it Tara Wiley or Tara Wiley? Are we talking Willie as in I can't even make that joke. Or Wily as in Dr. Wily. Like, does this kid build robots that give you superpowers when you defeat them? Because if that's the case with this movie, I would most definitely, this would be in the top 10 movies. Let's see, we have a kid with a sort of a teenage or preteen Justin Bieber. I don't remember when Justin Bieber got famous. What was it, like 10, 12, something like that? But he has Justin Bieber's hair from when he first started. Justin Bieber has become a more tolerable artist and a less tolerable person in recent years. Let's see. We got the robot. I swear I've seen a robot like that before. A spherical thing with two eyes. Is this a Mega Man movie? If this is a Mega Man movie, I might have to, like I said, this might be the best movie I've ever seen. And then we got some thing back there. I can't even make that out. What is that thing? Is it a turtle? Crab? I can't even tell if it has legs or not. Is that a rock or a leg? It is so awkwardly placed that I cannot tell what anything is. Also, very bad cover design. You know, you have this edge, which has practically nothing, and then you have this edge, which has everything. That is just bad design there, people. I am very sorry. 0 out of 10. Please repeat the design course you took in college. And then you have that thing. What is that thing? Are those ears? Is that hair? Is that an antenna? Is that an antenna? I need to know what I'm looking at if I want to buy your movie, people. See? Even this rock lizard thing is mad at you. See, even my camera doesn't want anything to do with this DVD. During an intergalactic mission, young Willie gets separated from his parents and crash lands on an unexplored planet. Accompanied by a helpful robot and an extraterrestrial creature, Willie sets off on an adventure that's out of this world. Well, that description tells me absolutely nothing. That is one of the most generic outer space descriptions you could have. The only way you could get even more generic is kid goes into space, has fun, buy our products. I don't know. What do we got? We got the kid looking through some futuristic binoculars thing, or at least it should be futuristic, but that just looks like something you can buy at Hammond's for like $25. And some blue lizard thing, I don't know. And then we got a spider thing. That is a very weird looking spider thing. It's like, the eyes should be here, but they're over here. That just throws me off. I'm pretty sure those are eyes. I'm pretty sure they're going for those are eyes and not design design spots. Let's see, and then there's the dog thing. So, wait, so is that? Is that? Well, then how big is this thing supposed to be? Because it's probably just perspective, but it looks a lot bigger here than it does here. Or maybe that's another one of the species. I don't know. And then there's the rock monster from the front, at least I think it is. He's just sitting in a space chair looking at the robot. The robot is hypnotizing him, making him think that he's actually doing something with his life. And is that the same kid? If it is the same kid, he has lost a lot of clothes and has gotten a sweet tan. Also, he's in desperate need of a haircut. And is that? The perspective, people. The perspective is just so off. I cannot tell what I'm looking at. What's big? What's small? What am I? What relation do these creatures have with each other? I know. I'm just complaining about nothing, basically. Can we get any indication where this is from? Eric Tosti, Jean-François, Back Films production, France. Okay, this is a French film, and look at that. They actually rated it. You don't see a rating on all these movies that you get from Dollar Tree. Okay, but sarcasm aside, it could be interesting. I do like me a good space movie, even if it's not great. Like that. What's it called? Space Tales from the same people who brought us Nut Job and the Queen's Corgi. Nut Job and Nut Job 2 and the Queen's Corgi are horrible, and Sparks is also horrible, but it is an interesting horrible, and it has Patrick Stewart. Any movie with Patrick Stewart in it is worth at least one watch. Yes, even the Emoji Movie. I mean, if you're going to have a character who's literally a piece of crap, then you gotta get Patrick. You might as well have a dignified actor playing that piece of crap. I don't know what I'm talking about, but this does not look that bad. I will put that aside. Of course, I'm going to put all of these movies aside. And we got next, Vic the Viking, the Magic Sword. That is the magic sword, I am assuming. Okay, much better cover design with this. Much better. So we have what I'm assuming are the main characters front and center, right in the middle. You have a wide land here. You have, what is that? You have a gingerbread village behind them, it looks like. Either that or it's one of those very cheap little kids theme parks. Like a side area that they very quickly throw off to, well, the side at a major theme park, because in case the parents have kids that are less than 3. And Vic the Viking, I'm assuming these are the colors of the... Oh, what are Vikings? Norse? What is Norse? What is Norwegian? Danish? Sweet. I'm sorry. I'm trying to... Scandinavian. They're Scandinavian people. Yes. So now I don't remember. Oh, so I'm thinking that those are the colors of some Scandinavian country. Let's see. And then we got this. On the whole, this looks like a cash in on How to Train Your Dragon. Hey kids, you like Vikings? You like dragons? Well, we got one of the two. Vic dreams of going on a thrilling Viking adventure, but his father doesn't think he has what it takes to become a true Viking. I refer you back to my How to Train Your Dragon reference. Everything changes when a magical sword turns Vic's mother into a golden statue. Well, it's better than Vic's mother being dead, I guess. Now Vic and his father must overcome all dangers and obstacles and sail the forges of Loki in order to undo the sword's magical spell. So the sword is the villain in this case, is it? The sword actually doesn't play much of a heroic role. It's just something that he finds and it changes his world, but not for the better. Sort of like the Black Cauldron. Okay, I can live with that. What is this animation? Is that... I am halfway convinced that that's stop motion, but no, it looks too detailed and fluid to be stop motion. Yeah, it's just computer animation. But for computer animation, it looks really nice. I might have to watch this just for the animation. Okay, let's see. We got Viking ship versus Viking ship, whatever. Random girl and boy. What is that? What is he holding? Now, I have no idea what that is. Is that a swing? Are they on a swing? I do not know. That's going to be interesting to find out, I guess. Let's see. Viking, I'm assuming that's the dad, holding family. That's nice of him. And tentacle hentai head slamming his fist into Thor's hammer? I guess that makes sense. No, it doesn't make any sense. What am I looking? Yeah, I guess you've convinced me to watch the movie. I need to know why Squid Head is punching a big hammer-shaped piece of rock, I guess. Let's see. Studio 100 animation. Vic the Viking. No, I can't tell where this is from. Texture Belgian, or at least it has. It's thanking the tax shelter of the Belgian federal government. Does that mean that it's a Belgian movie, or? Oh, it's based on the Vic the Viking books. Well, that's nice. I'm glad that those books are getting attention, whatever they may be. A French-German-Belgian co-production. Okay, well, I guess that answers my question. Okay, not a bad movie. I mean, it doesn't look to be a bad movie. It looks to be fairly exciting. I might enjoy it. Who knows? Top Cat the movie. Yeah, a couple videos of these ago, I showed Top Cat Begins, which is technically the sequel to this movie. I don't know why Dollar Tree got Top Cat Begins in before Top Cat the movie, but there you go. But this is the first one produced. Incidentally, I did try to watch Top Cat Begins the other day, and in that video where I featured Top Cat Begins, I said, oh, it doesn't look that bad. It could be fun. It could be entertaining. It could, if they know how to use the animation, make it very cartoon looking, then it could be fun. No, the animation. Oh, the characters have forms, but they're all very stiff forms, and the animation is done. They do practically nothing with the animation. It's all very slow, very rhythm-like. They don't do any of the motion blur fast cuts and that sort of thing. At least not from what I saw, because I turned it off after 10 minutes. I'll probably turn it back on when I actually review it, but when in the first 10 minutes, whoever was doing the voice of Top Cat in that movie was awful, by the way. It sounds like me doing a Phil Silvers impression. Yeah, if that doesn't sound good at all, then you can just imagine what the guy in the movie did. I don't know if he does the voice of Top Cat in this one as well. Who knows? But anyway, in the first 10 minutes, when you have a butt kissing scene and, no joke, Meghan Trainor's all about that bass in the first 10 minutes, their movie's doomed. Your movie's doomed. I'll probably have to turn it on sometime if I ever decide to make a video about it, but that's not a movie I'm going to watch again willingly. But anyway, this, I already set myself up by saying that the other one looked good, so, but this one does. I don't know. So this one is actual 2D animation. In fact, it blends 2D and 3D animation. The characters and such are two-dimensional, but the world around them is three-dimensional. I kind of like it when movies do that. I like that crossing of style. Speaking of movies I have seen, Back to the Sea, another movie that I featured that I talked about in another one of these videos. That's a movie that did that. It doesn't blend at all. Once again, I'm going to have to make a video about it. When, I have no idea. But this is 2D, and the cover looks good. It does look faithful to the 60s Top Cat stuff, which I found out is very popular in Mexico, actually. That's where these movies come from, and that's why these movies were made. Anyway, you may have noticed a bit of a warning sign on this DVD, as I was incessantly rambling. Featuring the voices of Rob Schneider as Strickland. Oh goody. And Danny Trejo is Griswold. Oh, okay, that fixes everything then. That, as long as you have Danny Trejo in a thing, then it's a thing. It's an awesome thing. A new police chief wants to automate the local police force, including Officer Dibble's job, whoever that is, whose task it is to keep an eye on Top Cat. Top Cat quickly realizes a capable new police force will spoil chances of continuing to get away with his shenanigans. So he sets out to foil Chief Strickland's plans and save the city from a fleet of robotic police officers determined to terrorize the town. So he doesn't sound like the hero in this case then. He's trying to stop more effective police work so that he can continue to con people. Oh, well, that is a wonderful role model there. Let's all give him a hand. Hand is over. Okay, but yeah, seriously, in all seriousness, if they do a better job with this one than Top Cat Begins, if they do play around with the animation, have fun with the timing and the jokes and all that, and not make it look so stiff, kind of like a direct-to-video Scooby-Doo movie, and this could be fun. I will definitely check this one out. I don't know any Top Cat quotes to finish that off, so I like Phil Silvers, and it's a mad world. Let's end with that. Now, this is a movie that I'm really excited to see. Anna and the Apocalypse. Yes, this is a movie that I saw trailers for several years ago, and I wanted to see the movie. I really wanted to see this one. Unfortunately, it only got a limited release, and I couldn't find a theater that was showing it, so here we are. I actually have a DVD of it from Dollar Tree for $1, and I could not be happier that I do. So from what everyone has described it as, it's like that Simon Pegg, Nick Frost movie, Shaun of the Dead, which is a fantastic dark comedy. If you haven't seen it, go watch it, as well as the other movies they've made, Hot Fuzz, World's End. I haven't seen Paul. I don't know if Paul's any good. But the fantastic movies. But what I hear is that this is like Shaun of the Dead, only it's at Christmas, and it's a musical. How more perfect can you get? How much more perfect can you get? And okay, for a minute I thought her arm was missing, but no, it's just tucked away down there, and that's her hair. Zombies are coming to town. Cool. And she has a big metal candy cane stake there for some reason. This lady's beating them over the head with a wrench, and he has a baseball bat. It's peanut butter and jelly with a baseball bat. Yeah, this looks really good, just from the cover alone. Even if I had never heard of this movie before, I would definitely pick it up just for this cover. Alright, anyway, description. A zombie apocalypse threatens the sleepy town of Little Haven at Christmas. Thank you for pointing that out. Forcing Anna and her friends to fight, slash, and sing their way to survival. How can you not love a sentence like that? Facing the undead in a desperate race to reach their loved ones. Again, much like Shaun of the Dead. But they soon discover that no one is safe in this new world, and with civilization falling apart around them, I'm a little surprised they spelled civilization the American way and not the British way with an S. The only people they can truly rely on are each other. And let's see, yeah, she has the candy cane steak. She's looking a lot more grim than the cover. I guess she saw the box office receipts. And then there's a guy, and she's happy again, and that guy is terrified and wearing a Christmas sweater. Probably terrified because he's wearing a Christmas sweater, or because someone else has copied his Christmas sweater, so he can't even feel unique. Or zombie language and gore, zombie violence and gore, language, and some sexual material. Woot! Yep, really excited to see this. I don't know if I'm going to feature it in the show that I want to do, though, because this just doesn't feel right for that. This feels completely different. I might. Who knows? I'll just have to see what I'm interested in when I finally get around to that. Harvey and the Magic Museum. What the hell is that kid? Huh? What? I'm sorry. I have nothing to say after seeing Fishhead here. Seriously, there's a fin. You got the two bulbous eyes, and then the fin ears, and then the head, and then he contrasts so much with the other characters. You got this girl who looks normal, and then you got a dog who looks normal, and then you got a scooter bike thing that looks okay. What? But he looks like he's from a completely different movie. That does not look. Ooh, I could make more jokes, but then I'd go into very offensive territory, and my YouTube channel will probably be canceled. So, I think I'll just go back here. Harvey is a 10-year-old boy a passion for video games, plus a space in between the period and this. Wonderful start. When his computer breaks down, Harvey, his pet dog Jerry, work on your comma placement there. Harvey, his pet dog Jerry. So is he Harvey? Are you describing that Harvey is his pet dog Jerry, or that Harvey has a pet dog named Jerry? Work on your comma placement, please. Harvey, his pet dog Jerry, and his best friend Monica set out to explore the city's old abandoned puppet museum, as people usually do after destroying their computer. What, do you think they go to Best Buy or something? The young adventurers get more than they bargained for when Harvey accidentally activates a legendary power, bringing the puppets and the evil puppet master back to life. You're going with that name. Yeah, you're going. You actually want to call your villain Bastor. I'm sure he's quite a Bastor, but you really want to put that as your villain in a movie you mean for kids? I mean, what else you want to call your villain? You want to call him as Hollery, or Shitakles, or I'm getting too far. I'm getting in too deep with this. Bastor. All right. Let's see. Harvey is looking at something. I have no idea what that is. And then Stromboli here is tormenting puppets. Apparently, I have no idea what that thing is. Does he have strings? No, I can't tell what that thing is, but that guy is built of books. Why is he built of books? I have no idea. Something, a four-armed guy shooting things out of his wooden hands. Okay. And they're on a dragon, and that I will never get used to that face. I dread having to watch this because I will have to watch that face. I will have to see that face haunt my nightmares, and ooh. Let's see. Animated folks in March. No, can't tell where this was made. Let's see, 2017. Dolby. No rating. Well, yeah, one day in the future, we may be watching a movie featuring the fish face named Harvey and versus Bastor. I look forward to that day. In slightly more down to earth. Oh God, I'm actually saying this is down to earth after that. Justice League Dark. Yes, I actually found a Blu-ray of this. This is a movie I've been wanting to see for quite some time. This is one of DC's movies, one of the DC animated movies, which most of them are really good. I haven't seen all of them, but the ones I've seen are really good. And some of them are rated R. Kind of like the Killing Joke that I didn't show off the Killing Joke, but I did buy the Killing Joke from Dollar Tree one time. And then I did show off that Batman Elseworlds DVD, Gotham by Gaslight, which is also rated R. I haven't seen that yet. I want to. But here's another rated R DC animated movie, Justice League Dark, featuring... So this is based off the comic series Is it a comic series or is it just a bunch of original graphic novels? I do not know, but I do know that that's John Constantine, and that is one of the reasons why I wanted to pick this movie up. I really do like John Constantine. I think he is a fantastic character. He is for those of you who don't know, he's a supernatural, paranormal detective guy, sort of a sorcerer on the side. He has dealt with demons and monsters and even the devil himself, or whatever they call the devil in his universe. And then, actually, I don't really, and that's Swamp Thing. That's Batman, obviously, but from what I hear, he's not really in this for much. Etriad the Demon? Etriad the Demon? I don't know. He talks in rhyme. I don't know who that is. That's, Dead Man? Doll Man? Dead Man? He's from, the only thing I know him from is that Blackest Night graphic novel, where part of him lives and then part of him becomes a zombie. I think his name is Dead Man. I don't know. But Constantine is here, and he's really awesome. I have a bunch of comics of him, and the early stuff's great, and then the Brian Azzarello pen stuff is not as great. But then the original graphic novels of him are really great. I especially like this one where he has to follow... He signs up for a reality show to investigate some people's disappearances, and everyone on the reality show does not know why they're there, what they have in common with each other, or what they're even really doing. I will not give the twist away. And then there's another one where he's playing poker against... he's dead. They shot him in Iraq, and he has to play poker with some of the denizens of the underworld. Otherwise, he becomes the devil's play toy, basically. That is also a really good graphic novel. I have not seen the Keanu Reeves Constantine. I really should. Nor have I really seen the Constantine TV show, but again, I really should. I really enjoy a Constantine character. DC Universe, a new justice emerges from the dark. When innocent citizens start committing nightmarish crimes across Metropolis and Gotham City, the Justice League suspects an otherworldly cause, magic. The race is on as Batman seeks the help of the one man who can stand up to these supernatural forces, John Constantine. Usually an arrogant loner, even Constantine soon learns that defeating these dark powers will take the mystical teamwork of Zatanna. That's probably what her name is. Dead Man. I knew it was Dead Man. Etrigan the Demon. Okay, Etrigan the Demon. And even a wild card upon whom Constantine is hesitant to call. Well, that's obviously Swamp Thing, where Constantine originally originated, as well as Howard the Duck. Howard the Duck originally originated in a Swamp Thing Swamp Thing comic. I bet you didn't know that. Get ready to take a walk on the dark side of justice with the next all-new DC animated original movie. I most certainly will. I am very much looking forward to that. Starring the voice talents of Matt Ryan, Camilla Luddington, Jason O'Mara. I don't remember who voices Constantine. He actually played Constantine in the TV show, I know that, but I don't remember what his name is. Just that he plays Constantine. Though as I mentioned in one of my reviews, I think Thomas Downey should play Constantine. I think that if they ever need to recast that character, then Thomas Downey makes for a fantastic Exorcist paranormal type guy. Let's see. Rated R, some disturbing violence. Sweet. Yeah, nothing else I can say. I do know that this is actually part of a compilation, so this is probably why this ended up at the Dollar Tree, but I didn't really feel like getting the compilation, just this one. And hey, $1. Where can you go wrong for $1? Even if I hate it, it's $1. Of course, I could have used that on a cheeseburger, and a cheeseburger can be a lot more filling than a bad movie. Yeah, I'm definitely going to check this out. I don't think this will end up on the show that I'm planning, but I'm definitely checking it out. Now, here is a very interesting movie, and I was originally going to start with it, but actually, I thought I was going to start with it, but it just got lost in the pile, and I didn't notice until I started the camera. But This is a movie that I have no idea what to make of. 100% wolf. Yeah, let me just describe the description back here. Freddy Lupin, heir to a proud family of werewolves, is positive he'll become the most fearsome werewolf ever. On his 13th birthday, Freddy is in for a shock when his first transwolfation goes awry, turning him into a ferocious poodle. Just when Freddy thinks life can't get any worse, he's thrown out of his pack and finds himself in the clutches of a dog pound. Can Freddy and his new streetwise friend Batty escape? Despite his pink and fluffy exterior, Freddy now has until moonrise to prove that he's still 100% wolf. Okay, what makes me... why I'm so interested in this movie, what I'm actually quite curious about is this an allegory movie? Is this one of those try to be different, be yourself, be a little different type movies, except, okay. So what I'm thinking, it probably isn't, but I don't think they have the creativity for this, but is Freddy gay? Is this like an allegory for an actual coming out thing? Like he's supposed to be a wolf, a big brutish wolf, but instead he's not quite a wolf type. He's not that type of person. He's actually more of a poodle type person. I'm trying to describe this as best as I can without resorting to stereotypes, but if it is an allegory for coming out, if Freddy is supposed to be gay, that would actually be a very interesting movie, in my opinion. That would actually be a fantastic idea for a family movie without having to actually have characters come out as gay. I mean, they could come out as gay, but it wouldn't actually be focused on the gay lifestyle. It would just be... It would just, hey, all these other people are werewolves. You're supposed to be a werewolf, but instead you're a more softer, I'm sorry, I'm backing myself into a corner with this one, but I would watch that. I would definitely be interested in a movie like that. I don't know if this movie is that kind of movie, though, but I would be very interested if there is a movie like that, where turning into a different dog than a werewolf is an allegory for coming out. And maybe not even that much, maybe not even a total allegory, like the character is actually gay. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see, we have a dog carrying a person. Is he drooling? No, those are legs? Okay, that looks like something I've seen. That looks like a design I've seen before. I cannot place it. And then there's Freddy as a poodle with what looks to be a flower. That's his hair. That's his hair. I like it. And he's wearing pink. He's wearing pink. Are we? Oh, I am very curious about this movie. I might actually have to pop this in after I'm done with this video. Anyway, Freddy is talking to a... Is that a regular dog, or is that someone else who turned into like a wolf pup? I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, it's Freddy and some dogs in a dark room where I can't see anything else. And then evil villain guy on a massive cannon. Okay, I have nothing to say about that. Where was this made? Australia. This is an Australian movie. Ooh, don't see many Australian movies. Well, at least not animated ones. And in this movie, we have Samara Weaving, don't know her. Lauren Gray, don't know her. At least I think that's a her. Jai Courtney, is that a her? I don't know. And Jane Lynch. Well, of course Jane Lynch is in this. Jane Lynch has to be in every single independent animated movie, and even not independent. She has to be in every animated movie, period. You just walk up to her and say, "Hey, Jane Lynch, I'm thinking of doing an animated. I'm in. Sign me up. Give me the script by tonight, and I will be in the recording studio tomorrow." I don't know what Jane Lynch actually sounds like when she's not recording, but. So I am very curious about this movie. I don't know if they're going to do what I'm thinking they're going to do, but I will be very, very interested in finding out what they do. Now a movie I'm not quite interested in is Tad, the Lost Explorer. This is a movie I've seen everywhere. I've seen it in Walmart, I've seen it in Best Buy, I've seen it in grocery stores, I've seen it in the thrift stores that I've been to, and now I actually own a copy on Blu-ray 3D. Oh, I am so blessed right now. No, it's still in there. And it has Ariel Winter. I want to say I know what she's from, but I can't. But Cheech Marin. Yep, Cheech Marin's in this, and Cheech Marin is always awesome, so there you go. If you want to know the truth, this kind of looks like a Playmobil movie. Not the Playmobil movie, though I'm looking forward to the day when that shows up at Dollar Tree. But I don't know, it's like a Playmobil movie if they redesign the characters to look human. I know that sounds confusing, but if they took their Playmobil characters and tried to make a movie with them and tried to interpret them as human characters, this is what I see them as. Just sort of plasticine, simplistic, yet exaggerated expressions and detail. I'm trying my best here. I'm trying my best to describe what I'm thinking. Of course, that would involve me thinking. Let's see, you got the Indiana Jones's special cousin, let's say, and someone trying very hard to be Lara Croft, and a dog with big eyes, half of a mummy, a bird. I'm thinking that's Cheech Marin, or are they pulling a fast one and Cheech Marin is actually the bird? I don't know. And they're running from a helicopter and military vehicles while on a train. Cue the Archer clip about, dust, it's like glitter in my eyes. It's the adventure of a lifetime, we say in knockoff Indiana Jones font. Tad is a bored construction worker dreaming of a life of adventure until one day he is mistaken for a famous archaeologist and that dream comes true. Whisked to Peru holding a sacred key, Tad helps Professor Lavrov and his beautiful daughter Sarah. Oh, she's from Modern Family, okay? I haven't actually seen Modern Family, but I knew that name sounded familiar. As they race against evil treasure hunters in search of the lost city of Patidi. Whatever. It's the adventure of a lifetime in this hilarious action-packed film the whole family will love. Well, I've seen this everywhere, so I'm pretty sure enough people have seen it. Not much like I can say about the back here. They're in front of a temple, and he's freaking out, and they're having a blast, and there's some mummy guy. Doesn't this movie have like a ton of sequels, or am I thinking of something else? I don't know. I'm just thinking that I believe I saw a sequel to this lying around one day, or it might have been this movie just in different packaging. I don't know. But if I've seen this movie all over the place, then, well, maybe it has something going for it, so I will definitely have to check this out. I mean, that 2x2 Oops, Noah is Gone movie I've seen all over the place, and that turned out, I'm definitely going to have to make a video on that. That is a really good movie. I will talk about that more at another time. And now we are going into the only non-animated movie, but I had to pick this up because of what it is. Dead Ant. 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 Da 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 da. Thank you, angry video game nerd. Why should I not have picked this up? Dead Ant. You got it looks like 8-legged freaks, honestly. So yeah, 1, it looks like 8-legged freaks. 2, it has Spinal Tap like font. 3, you got the monster zombie ant up here. 4, Tom Arnold, and 5 Tom. No, was 4 Tom Arnold? I think 4 was Tom. 5, Jake Busey. 6, Sean Austin. 7, Spinal Tap meets Tremors. That was the selling point down there. I know any of these other guys could have sold it, but no, that was the selling point. Spinal Tap meets Tremors. I do love me some Spinal Tap. I do love me some Tremors. Boom. Boom. When the 80s one-hit wonder glam metal Sonic Grave embarks on a road trip to Coachella in hopes of a comeback, their I've never learned what that word means. Trip pit stop in Joshua Tree incites a grisly attack, and they must rock themselves out of harm's way. Yeah! Seriously, how can I say no to this movie? And then there's Tom Arnold just looking like, hey... Like, how else do you expect Tom Arnold to look? Let's see. Cinedigm, there's a lot of low-budget studios out there that are quite similar to the Asylum, like E1 and Cinedigm, and another one that I wanted to say, but now I can't remember. Troma, of course, but I kind of I tend to stay away from Troma. Sorry, I have my limits. Unfortunately, they only have one thing of the dead ant. They only have one thing of the monster of the movie. I hope that's not a bad sign. I hope that they're not baiting us in with the promise of a dead ant zombie, and instead it's just all the rockers doing some sort of mockumentary and just sitting around going, dude, I used to be awesome. And now I can't stand my teammates, my team members, and manager sucks. And let's get some cheeseburgers. And then 50 minutes in, dead ant. 51 minutes in, dude. But yeah, I had to pick this up. I'm definitely checking this movie out. Whether it's good or bad, I don't know. But dead ant. Dead ant. Jake Busey, Tom Arnold, dead ant. And finally, of the 10 movies I have to show you, Space Pop Takes Off. Not Your Average Princesses. So I picked this... Honestly, I didn't want to pick this one up, but I had to in order to make the 10 for this video, so here we are. And in what is very obviously one of those movies trying to cash in on the whole teen high school girl animated craze of the early 2010s. You know, we had Monster High, and we had Ever After High, and those Equestria Girls, and... couple more that I'm not that I can't name right now, but it's still going. It's still going. I see commercials for the Rainbow High, I think it's called, that they're doing Rainbow High, some color themed high school show based on a toy line. I don't know. Is this a toy line? I'm going to assume yes. It's just a toy line I have never heard of. But, yeah, you can definitely tell from the designs, this is definitely a Monster High takeoff. Just the same shaped legs, same big eyes and triangle chins, the wild hairdos that look like they don't even belong to the figures, and the very flat designs, which, can they even turn their heads? And then you got what it looks like if Gizmo banged that gremlin thing from Strange Magic. Yeah. Includes 2 stellar music videos. I will definitely not be checking those out. Not Your Average Princesses, they say in one of those... What are those called? Where you punch out letters on a thing, on a strip, and then you sticker them to something. I've never learned what that's called. Okay, what's this about? When the evil Empress Gila, whatever, takes over the planets of the Pentacle, the 5 teenage princesses disguise themselves as musicians and form a band called Space Pop. Their mission: spread the message of freedom and joy through music and join the rebel resistance force to vanquish Gila, who has taken over their home planets and enslaved the inhabitants. Well, has pretty much everything that these high school things have. You got mid-teens girls, they're princesses, they form a band, evil overlord, little cute, ugly things that tag along with them. They're all the same. I'm sorry, they're all the same. I cannot tell the difference between Monster High and Ever After High and Equestria Girls and anything, or Gem. Gem can't, just anything. Actually, if you want to know, controversial opinion time, Bratz. I can tell more of a difference between Bratz and everything else than any of these other things and anything else. Ugh. So that's not, yeah. I probably have to check this movie out at some point. I'm not looking forward to it, but at the very least, I can just use it as rant material. Special features, 2 stellar music videos. Yes, you promised that on the back, and it looks like those are the only special features. That doesn't even look like it's part of the movie. That looks like fan art. That looks like unfinished fan. I mean, you look at this guy. This guy at least looks like he's in a movie. You got some shading and some dimension to him. That just looks like a flat cutout, like what a 10-year-old would make after watching this. Like fan art a 10-year-old would make after watching this movie. Well, live it up. It's probably the only fan art this movie's ever gonna get. And there you go. That was your 10 movies for this time. I look forward to watching some and not as much to others. And I look forward to the day when I get 10 more to show off. So I don't have anything else to say. So goodbye and enjoy the image of the Starlink, the Starlink ship I just had on hand. That will not fit in frame. There we go. Goodbye.